Hi everyone, it's Pablo. I wanted to make a video about a property that I've been getting a few questions about. I wanted to tell you what I like about the property, what I don't like about it, and just show you where it is and give you some more pictures and maps of where it's located so that you're able to make a better decision whether or not that's the right property for you. I want to use Google Maps to show you the area. If you just go to Google and then type in maps, click on maps right here, and then here is a map of Colorado, and the property is located here in south central Colorado in Costilla County. So if we type in Costilla County, there it is here. San Luis is the county seat. And right here is the New Mexico border. And just a quick fact about Costilla County, it's the 9th least populous county in Colorado with about 3,500 people. And also San Luis is the oldest town in Colorado, which is kind of unique. And we're going to be discussing a property here along Highway 142. And this curved line is the Rio Grande River. And actually the property is located somewhere here. So let's go to satellite view, and if we can zoom in, so the property is actually going to be right where this road ends in this T intersection. So this is County Road G, and this is Rio Grande Avenue. And the property is right here. And let me show it to you. It's this property here. It's 5 acres, and Rio Grande Avenue is there, and then County Road G, and it ends in this T intersection. So one of the things I don't like, obviously, is that a road goes through it. However, this map I got from the GIS County website, and you can see how these lines should be shifted over according to where the road is. So right now it looks like it's 1/3 over here and 2/3 there, but after you shift that line over and after you shift this line over a little bit, it's more like 1/4 on this side and then 3/4 on that side. It's 659 feet by 340, and it's located in this cluster of buildings here. It's just under 2 miles away from the river along County Road G. And then you can also see here San Luis, and the property is right here on the corner, about 7 miles south of Highway 142. So I want to, also a way to locate the property other than just, guessing where it is on the map. I want to use this middle coordinate G, and I want to type that into the Google bar here. So west 105, 370797. And it takes us right to where the middle of the property is, which is fairly close here. If you were to type in these coordinates, although they're approximate, they will, you would get this red pin right here. So let's take a look at where that property is. Again, here's the cluster of buildings along County Road G. And then if you take that west, here is the Rio Grande River, and there are some pictures that people have posted online that they took from this area here because of this bridge. That's like an old steel bridge. It's kind of nice, actually, with the cliffs over here. It just has a lot of character. I love how just, this wall of stone, it's just very attractive. But these are all pictures that you can take a look at on Google Maps. Also, if we keep going west on County Road G, it takes us to the nearby town of Antonito, which is 15 miles away from the property. And it's a good place to restock supplies. There is a food market, Family Dollar, ATM. There's a high school, I believe, here. Yeah, the high school's right there. Hamburger places, cafes, a U.S. post office. So it is a good place to refuel and restock. San Luis is as well. However, this is about 10 miles closer to San Luis. If we keep going, Antonito, if we keep going north, Manassas is right along Highway 142, which is about a similar sized town as Antonito. But if we keep going north, the largest city in the area is Alamosa. And Alamosa has a university in it. Adams State University, there's a hospital, a Safeway, grocery store, brewing company, restaurants, Sonic Drive-In, Family Dollar. You know, it's more than just a little residential town. So to give you an idea of where this is located, Alamosa is here. Antonito is a little bit further south, and the property's right there. So Alamosa is just over 30 minutes away from the property, and Santa Fe, New Mexico is 2 hours away. Pueblo is 2.5 hours away, and then Denver is about 4 hours away from the property along I-25. So property is here, San Luis is here, and then I-25 is right here. So it's really well located, in my opinion. It's something to where it's still remote, however, only a few miles from town. I want to show you some pictures of the actual property and of the actual development. So along Highway 142, let me pull it up here. Here's the property, here's that road, and then right here is the entrance to the property, and here there's a bridge where Highway 142 goes over the river. And these are pictures of that. So this is Highway 142, and then the river goes through it. And if you've reached this point, you've missed the entrance to the development by probably about 40 or 50 feet. This is the entrance to that development, and then that river is just west of here. So Rio Grande Avenue, we're going to be taking this road south, and then you'll notice this ridge here, and then this hill in the next couple of pictures. So now we're looking east. Here's a ridge, and this is vegetation that's fairly common in the area. Here's that hill. And now this is the road that we just traveled down, but now we turned around and we're facing north. So that ridge and the hill were off to the right, and you see this line here in the terrain, and that's the drop off to the river, which is right over here. So now we're going to continue traveling south, and we get to an area where there is an outlook. The road that we were just traveling on was here, and this is an outlook. Beautiful cliffs. You know, the water level changes depending on what season it is. And the property is several miles to the south still. And I don't know if this is that steel bridge that we saw pictures of, or if it's farther south, but it's somewhere in this vicinity. And now we continue traveling south on that road until it ends right at County Road G at this T intersection. So again, we're facing south. 2 miles to the right of this picture would be the river and that steel bridge. And now if we just turn to the left, this is what we see. So this is County Road G, and then these are the buildings that we saw from the overhead map. And if we zoom in, Here I see electric poles, and then the transformers, again, poles again, so the line going through. So electric is in the area, but again, it's something to be verified and to contact the public utility in that area. So the stop sign is just off to the right. And now if we turn around and face north again, this is what you're going to see. And this is a picture of the actual property. Here's where the 3/4 of the property are, and then over here is where that quarter of the property is. And you can see how smooth the roads are. You don't need an SUV, you don't need a truck to get through these, of course, weather permitting, but you can easily get through these roads with a sedan or a smaller car. This is a picture of the actual property, again facing north and northwest. So 7 miles up that road is Highway 142. And along here somewhere a couple miles to the left is the Rio Grande River. This is again a picture of the actual property facing southwest. Here's County Road G. And then 2 miles off to the right is going to be the river and that steel bridge. And you'll notice how flat this terrain is on this side of the property. And then this is also the property, but just on the other side of the road. And you can see how it's just a little bit hillier. So you would just use this for, you know, a different purpose than you would the other side. And now again, here's another picture of the west side of the property. And that is it. I think this property has, you know, maybe a couple of negatives. The road, of course, going through it. And then also, if you want to be just isolated in the middle of nowhere, this probably isn't the property for you because of that cluster of houses and buildings and such. But it's conveniently located. It's close by. It's, you know, buying from us is super easy. Just all easy terms. It's probably the easiest real estate transaction you'll ever make. It compares nothing to buying a house and nothing to even buying a car. There's no bank qualifying. There's no credit checks. You can buy it for all cash, or if you would like to finance it and just pay a little bit off every month, we can do that as well. To get a hold of me, just reply to the email where you received this video on, and let's talk more about it. Thank you guys. Have a great day.